Hey guys, Lolbit here. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite horror movies, The Strangers. Along with that, I'll be talking about the sequel to it, The Strangers Prey at Night. I had a lot of fun ranking the movies in the Hunger Games, and even though it's not getting too many views right now, that's okay because I'm really proud of it, and people who watched it tell me it's really good too. Anyways, today I'll be discussing the Strangers movies, and I'll be telling you which one that I liked more. Spoilers ahead. The first thing I think we need to discuss is the fear factor. I mean, it is a horror movie after all. Right off the bat, I think that most people can agree that the first one is scarier. It's a slow burn horror with not as many jump scares. The Strangers Prey at Night takes the jump scare route though. The beginning of the movie is more like its roots, where it is very creepy as you can see the killers in the background, but it eventually just becomes a slasher jump scare film. The first Strangers though is much scarier. They toy with the couple a lot more than they do with the family in Prey at Night. They make the couple seem hopeless. They're like predators tormenting and playing with their prey. They have a lot of chances to kill the couple, but choose not to. In fact, they almost let them get away a few times just to snuff out that hope at the last second. In the end, they tie them up and end up killing them in the morning. One of the creepiest parts of this scene is just that they are looming over the defeated couple. The couple is so defeated, and this movie does not have a happy ending. The killers win and they stab and kill the two victims in a very realistic type of way. This is no over-the-top horror death. This is how I can actually see the situation going down if it was in real life. I also love the line where the killers are asked why they are doing this, and Dollface responds with,
"'Cause you were home."
It shows that they really have no motive and that they're just killing for the fun of it, which is sadly a thing that people sometimes do in real life. Even though I think the original is scarier and creepier, it doesn't mean that Prey at Night doesn't have its own creepy moments. The mom's death is probably one of the creepiest moments for me, just the way the killer kinda comforts the mother in a way before killing her. Even before that, the scratching of the knife on the table, it's all very creepy. Another creepy scene is where Sackhead kills the father. He decides to play music right before killing him, taking his time and making the dad seem hopeless. The killers once again toy with their prey and have many chances to kill them, instead letting them get away to torment and scare them later on. One of the main moments where the killers show this is when Pinup Girl scares Kinsey in the tube. She could have easily killed her there, but chooses to let her get away. However, with that said, the killers are still faster to kill in this movie than in the original. The mother is killed in the first attack scene, even though it was after a bit of tormenting. Kinsey is also almost killed upon her finding Dollface in the trailer. If Luke hadn't shown up, I believe this is where Kinsey would have been killed. Luke was also almost killed in the pool fight scene with Sackhead. With these earlier killings, it shows another one of the ways the killers can make the victims feel hopeless. Let's go back to the Dollface attack scene again. She kills the mother right in front of Kinsey, but then leaves the body to be found by the rest of the family with smiles of blood on the walls. Another thing that the first movie does better is that it's rooted in more realism. The killers seem much more realistic. They seem like actual psychotic people, while the killers in Prey at Night seem much more supernatural. They seem to vanish, teleport, and survive things that most people can't. The last scene with Sackhead fighting Kinsey is where we see this most. He should have been killed multiple times, but gets back up again and again. The first movie isn't so much like that. Again, the ending deaths are very realistic. With all of that said, I end up finding Strangers Prey at Night as my favorite. It's a very unpopular opinion, but I like the fun and more fast-paced action of the sequel. I still love the first one and find it much scarier and creepier, but I mostly watch movies to have fun, and Prey at Night delivers on that more. I love Dollface's character. She is the most fun character to watch on screen in my opinion, and the war between protagonists and killers is very interesting to watch as they both pick each other off one by one. In Prey at Night, all the killers end up getting killed themselves. Again, Dollface's death is one of my favorite scenes. The whole scene is interesting. In it, Dollface kills a cop, then pursues Kinsey and unlocks the police car and gets into it. She slashes at Kinsey but gets shot by her. When on the ground, about to die, she gives her last words. It's a different spin on her "because you were home" line from the first film. In this one, when asked by Kinsey why they are doing this, she answers with,
Why not?
Another super fun scene is the pool fight. This is most people's favorite scene in the movie. It is started with a good kill on Pinup Girl, and then a good follow-up fight between Luke and Sackhead. They dunk in and out of the water as the music muffles with it. One of the things I did dislike about Prey at Night though was the waste of Pinup Girl. She was only in like 2 scenes before being killed. She was much better in the first film. The first film was not near as action-packed and exciting as the second. It's a lot more dark and a lot more hopeless, which is definitely what they were trying to go for. At the end of the day, both of these films are very different. While yes, the killers are the same, and they have roughly the same intentions, to kill but have fun and creep out the victims before killing, the movies are both very different. The first film is more like a psychological horror, while the second is more of a slasher. I do agree that the first movie is better, but I have a lot more fun watching the second, therefore the second is my favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then subscribe. At 5,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave some suggestions of movies or shows you want me to talk about. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.